so loud. It's like halfway through the song, too. So this is Deadly Premonition Origins. This is the Nintendo Switch version. Apparently it's pretty good. It doesn't have 60 frames or, you know, the high def textures, but I think it might be the best port of the game. I forget if they show this without watching it. Or if you start the game, you see it again. Also, that sound. Doesn't that just sound like a Windows error sound? Kind of, like with some reverb on it. Right? That's what that is. Alright, let's see how this loading is. That was pretty quick. That's 1,000,000 times better than the PS3 version. I mean, there's still time. So this is pretty cool to play after playing Mizzurno Falls the other night as well. I'd say Mizzurno Falls is way more Twin Peaks than this. I hope this Pro controller doesn't die on me either. It's still really, really loud. Hold on. His face. Yeah, we have an emote now too for New York. Char, thank you for all those bits, dude. That's fucking cool, yeah. Appreciate that. It just feels like it's way more of its own world than Twin Peaks is. Like, there's obviously like a cookie cutter version of it in there somewhere, but it's also way more of its own thing. Especially compared to Mizzurno Falls. Actually, you know what? The frame rate is not bad. It looks great. Actually, you can see a little chunk there. It's not as nice as the PC version, but it also isn't going to crash every 5 seconds.
Just a little longer. This won't take long.
Also, the first hour of the game is pretty amazing. Isn't the PC version unfinishable? It depends. For different people, it doesn't crash at the same points in the game. It just kind of depends. But you can just load saves. You can get to the end, but it's just very much pain in the ass. You have to really want it. You get to download a bunch of different saves and stuff. And at that point, you're not even completing the game that you started, you know what I mean? So. Where's the flashlight? Is it in his coat? Did you always have that? Yeah, the spooky voices are so fucking loud. It's symbolic.
Could you wait just a little longer?
I think I'm supposed to check everything in the room, I forget. You would think with someone who's played this game like 6 times in stream,
take long.
I would remember where to go. Well, then again, we started it in like October and it didn't get very far because of all the different saves and stuff. Strange clocks ticking away. Also, David Lynch is coming out with like some new movie, apparently, or like art film. Did anyone else see that? I'm kind of feeling like watching The Return again. I didn't check the TV. But I did.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Yeah, it looks bizarre.
It will start soon. It's about time to get started.
knockoff Haley Joel Osment? I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly what they sound like, but maybe.
Zach. Zach, can you hear me? It's me, York. If you can hear my voice, could you respond?
Would you respond? Yes.
Good. I thought you went to sleep. Zach, don't be surprised. The crime took place out in the country this time. Let's take it slow. Okay, Zach?
Bum, bum, bum. Here we go. This is the best part. The part.
Sure, that's one way of looking at it, but it's totally wrong.
I love it.
Listen, they both need each other. It's called interdependence.
It sounds like the
they both
mixing
know
is a
it.
little different. The voice.
Yeah, I know. He does terrible things to Tom.
I still haven't watched all of Lynch's
sadistic things.
films,
but that's
actually.
fine, as long as that's what Tom wants. Think of it. His actions. He's always asking for it.
Now it
It's
feels like it's
partner's
quiet.
job to fulfill that need, and Jerry knows that.
Is it loud enough for you guys?
Proof?
They say
Well,
he's composing
in
the
the
music
Tom
for
and
two. I
Jerry
have no
show, they live
idea.
with
I
each
think
other.
I don't know how much swearing he's worked on
Hello?
it. Also, that stock lightning sound. Or thunder, I
Hello?
guess.
Zach, I can't believe the Bureau still can't get me a satellite phone.
Network error. 2 words.
These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
Well, I'll be a
For
happy
network.
camper, even if it ends up being a waste of time. At the very least, it'll get me out of the cramped city for a while. Right, Zach? The perpetrator from the last case really was something. Who'd have thought there'd be razors laced into your nails? Crazy. Just crazy.
Also, that cigarette brand is,
At least I now
What do
have
you
a
call
star
it?
to show off.
what are they called? Basic? I swear to God, I think they're just
See
called
this?
Basic.
I got this when I arrested the Catwoman wannabe.
That like the sign.
You're crazy. Don't you agree, Zach?
I feel like I've seen them in other games, in like Tarkov and stuff. Yeah, it just says police. There, here we go. That's the best part. Boom, boom. What would be on fire?
Zach, there goes the civilized world.
Wouldn't it just be exploding? I don't know. I just love how that game starts off. Also, since it's not the director's cut, I think we're gonna be missing a few things, like the whole, you know how at the beginning of the director's cut, it's like old man York telling the story to like his granddaughter. That's not in this at all. I just realized that. I think there's a bunch of other things that aren't in the game too. Is my controller dead? Like, he has a house that you can go to in the director's cut. I don't think that'll be in this. It's just like the normal version of the game. It's just not the director's cut. It's called Deadly Premonition's Origins. Or Deadly Premonition Origins, really. And, so the other versions of the game I've been playing over the years have been the director's cut on PS3. And it had, like, some extra content. They just give you some of the costumes and vehicles, I think. Whereas you have to, like, get them from unlocking then in certain points of the game, I guess, from challenges. It really doesn't look as bad as the PS3 version, though. Like, I know the frame rate's not as good, but it looks okay. I think there was, like, some issues with the audio originally, but they patched it all. I hope it's all patched. If you notice anything weird, let me know.
Looks like we're being welcomed.
Being welcomed.
Zach, I'll let you handle the meet and greet.
The meet and greets. Like, I think you even start up. Do I have a pistol already? Okay, yeah, I do. Alright, never mind. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah, the loading times aren't bad at all. You hear that? Dog? Is there a dog somewhere? I heard a dog. What the fuck? How do I not remember this? It's a dog that got beat up? Is that not in the director's cut? What the hell? It doesn't even look like a real dog. So much for my hopes. For a peaceful picnic. Maybe I'm just going insane. Yeah, the 360 version wasn't bad. There was also not available digitally, I think. I forget what it was. Like, I think you could still get Deadly Premonition digitally, and also PSN Plus gave it out many years ago. It was a PSN Plus reward. Or whatever, not a reward. That's a fucking weird word to use. A PSN Plus game they gave you. It was like one of the first ones was Deadly Premonition. It was like, what? This is sick. I think we got Farming Simulator 2019 in May. So, how that goes. Fucking shoot her! She's getting closer, Zach! I always accidentally call him Zach, too. Mysterious shadow. is like the first time I'm really using this Nintendo Pro controller.
Great.
It's alright. I don't mind it. Actually, this is
Nice shot. Great.
nice shot. Great.
Great.
Great. Awesome. For some reason, I was watching like commercials from the 90s the other night. I was looking for like ideas for videos and stuff. I was looking for like a, I don't know. And I saw a commercial for Street Sharks on Fox Kids or something like
A lot
that.
of crazy situations, but
Remember that shit? Dude, those guys look so
that one takes
fucking
the
weird.
cake. It's the first time I've been attacked so directly. Zach, can you give me a logical explanation about what that was? Never mind, don't answer. Life is fun because of the mysteries.
Yeah, he seems
Right,
a
Zach?
little quiet compared to the rest of the stuff that's in the game. What kind of toys do they have? Just like a shark man? What was it? Also Zerg. What's up, dude? 44 months. Yes. Yes. These are pretty cool. I think I have heard of that channel before. There's a lot of really cool Twitch channels like that popping up right now. A lot of like 24-hour channels too that are just like ducks, chickens. You like watch cows. There's like all sorts of stuff.
Great.
One dude just had his Twitch set up. He like lives in Canada. He like is a medical marijuana company owner or entrepreneur or whatever, and like his stream is just a bunch of his plants growing. And it's like all the stats right next to it. Even stuff like that, people are streaming now. Since it's Canada, it's fine, I guess. I don't think you could do it in America, though. And it's also just like plants growing, so it's not like... It's like some fucking... just chatting stream or something like that. There's a lot of neat stuff like that. It's a lot of like actors and musicians too. And there's this one rapper I was listening to for a couple of years that I saw at a stream. I was watching him the other day, and then actually he was in Jerma's chat the other night too, and he like dropped like a 50 sub gift bomb. It's like small worlds. Appreciate it. Especially because people are all like stuck in their houses right now. A lot more people like that trying out Twitch, it seems like.
Nice shot.
Yeah, this is playing pretty good so far, honestly. Like, even just transitions to scenes like this where you pick up an item would take like a minute in the PS3 version. Pretty smooth. The audio mixing does seem a little low. Maybe we can change that then. Bow, bow. He almost did it. The generator looks really bad. Profiling. Yeah, this is the Switch version. This is Deadly Premonition's Origins.
Huh?
It's pretty good so far, I'm surprised. And I think this was on sale for like 10 bucks the other day, like on the eShop. It's a fucking bargain, dude. The only thing I heard when this came out was there's some audio issues and some weird shit with the driving, but then I heard that they patched it all up, so I don't know. Kind of curious to see. Sorry, just blow my nose. Is that locked, he said? No good. Maybe I should block off this. Ba-dum, it's here. Nice. Fuse box. Looks like it's broken. Looks like nothing is broken. Since it's the same model, I think I can fix it. Power in the area should be more stable now. That demo I played of The Good Life was a little rough, though. That was like a while ago. What was that, like last year? It does seem like it's gonna be like cozy as fuck, though. I'm interested in the world that they were like, kind of making that. Yeah, probably later on today, like in the afternoon. EST time. I'll probably start. I think I'm gonna play through like maybe the X-Files game, Resident Evil Survivor, Silent Hill 1. What else? Folklore Hunter.
Yes, great, great.
I don't know.
Amazing.
You have a list here, actually. Yuki Onna. Maybe even RE2 original and RE3 remake. I know those pretty well. World of Horror, maybe? You could do a World of Horror run.
Yes.
Those are the games I know pretty well right now too, so. Yuki Onna I might be a little rusty on.
Nice shot.
It's been a few months, weeks, months. Yeah, World of Horror has gotten some updates too. It's gotten some pretty good updates. Oh.
Bullseye, yes. Amazing. Yes.
I don't know if I think I could just run by some of these parts too. There he is. Which button is the B button on the fucking Pro controller? That's close. No, no, no.
Huh?
Shit. Yeah, this is on the Wii though. Or the Switch rather. I keep fucking saying the Wii instead of the Switch. What the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know why I keep saying this with the fucking Wii. It's like I haven't said Nintendo Switch enough times or something like that.
There's definitely
It's been
something
happening
in
a lot
this
lately.
town.
It happened with like 3 times yesterday.
You feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
Coffee warned me about
Yesterday morning, the milk I poured in my coffee made a
Yeah,
sign.
something feels really
said,
muted about
Tomorrow
his
you'll
voice.
arrive in a
I don't know
place
what
that
it
will
is.
change your fate.
It's possible there's like... It could be going crazy too, but... Oops. I always love the pause menu for this game. I wish more developers would do stuff like this. What if you change the blood color? What does it change the color to? They should be fine. It's all at 100%. I don't know. Yeah, I want to see what the blood looks like if it's not red. Like, how the fuck are you gonna make the blood not red? Does that change the cutscenes? Like, what the fuck? Also, this part. Yeah, it used to be green usually. I think you could actually use the road flare at this part too. It's kind of dumb just so you can drive down the road a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Yeah, also you have to watch your heart rate in this game. York can have a heart attack just from running down the road. You know?
Now you were very late. I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
FBI Special Agent, Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent
That's what everybody
York?
calls me.
Good, that's good. Are you the sheriff?
No, I'm Deputy Sheriff Emily Wyatt. George, he's the sheriff. He went looking for you, actually. He should be back soon.
I see.
If you don't mind me asking, did you walk all the way here?
My car broke down, that's all.
Yeah, it broke down over a hillside. Slid hundreds of feet.
She's easy on the eyes. Definitely worth a trip to the primitive world. By the way, don't mention anything about what happened back there.
The
She'll think
primitive.
You're a psycho. Don't want that, do we, Zach?
Welcome to Greenvale. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
It's George.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Yo, George looks crusty as fuck.
Could you tell me why
Looked like his
the
eye
FBI
was
is so
sliding
interested in a
inside.
small-town homicide?
Let's just say it's a personal interest in killers of young women. I'm always looking for new sample cases to help me with my profiling.
Both our superiors have cleared this with each other. You can remain in command. You don't have a problem with this, do you?
No. No problem. Just want to set things straight. Our small town has its share of problems. I'm the one fixing them one by one and maintaining peace and order. You can have your profiling sample, but I need you to understand that.
Of course. Of course.
Of course.
By the way, George, I had a little accident with my car. Could you send someone to take care of it? Oh, and my clothes and luggage are still inside.
All right. Don't worry. I'll get my assistant Thomas to take care of it.
Oh, Thomas.
Do you need anything else?
Do you need anything else?
Thanks. That'll be all. Well then, I think I'll rest up first at the hotel. Then I'll join you on your investigation.
Don't know how to say that. We really don't need your help. Unlike some of your corrupt city police officers, I play it by the book. I hope you'll come to appreciate that, Agent Morgan. And we'll handle the investigation. You just think of this as a vacation. Take it easy. Enjoy the nature here. You don't have to be a tree worshiper to appreciate the wildlife here.
Zach, let's reassess the situation.
They do
There
make it
are
a
no
little too
cavemen
obvious
here.
with like the music.
We're as far forward as the Middle Ages.
For George
And
and
we've
stuff.
just met the king.
I love move. Why does it have the I Love Movies license on that? Stand. You don't assume. Don't assume. I think you should probably save every chance you get in this game. Oops, and I just said not to. Wasn't even done saying it yet. I love this part of the game.
Previously during the investigation.
love the previous.
These puppies are making me go to
best.
another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenwood. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
Yeah, the Xbox. Dude, it's Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. They're all their own layouts. But yeah, I've been using the Xbox One controller for a couple months now. You hear that dog? Sugar donut. I got a cheesecake for later on. I like chocolate raspberry cheesecake. It's gonna be dank. Can't wait. Something about like raspberry, like white raspberry chocolate, or like even just, you know, normal chocolate. What a good combo. Raspberry's got to be the best fruit there is. Why all the footsteps?
York!
Don't breathe. Hold your breath. They can't see you if you hold your breath. Hurry. Like this. Cover your mouth.
ZR. I had to think. I had to look at the controller. Sorry. This part is so fucking. I love that it's like the K-Kona fucking zombie too. Who was repeated like 18 million times in the game. It's got no teeth.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Zach, the symbolism in my dreams continues to intensify. A forest of red trees, a carpet with red leaves, a strange doll, and twin angels.
But that child is what bothers me the most. I swear I've seen him before. I just can't remember where. Well, it'll probably come back to me eventually. For now, we need coffee.
For now, we need coffee.
Let's head to the cafeteria, Zach.
This
I
is
hope they
also
have some real coffee.
another amazing scene.
I really need
like
some
probably one of the
coffee.
best ones in the entire
Then we
game.
can head to the sheriff's office.
I love how they just like
There's a
layer it on
proper
right at the
procedure for
beginning.
everything, right, Zach?
Some good mirror physics here, right? Just like the normal Zach. Forget what the fuck the old lady's name is. This is a no shave, no shower run. As of right now, I'm sorry. Calling it. I've never noticed the design of the carpet too. It's like
Good morning,
urban
Mr.
camo.
Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
You see that?
Thank you, Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious,
Delicious,
Polly.
Polly.
My compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that? The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I
wonder if-
suppose. I
I wonder
could
if like
just
Kyle
live on
MacLachlan
my
has ever
pension.
seen
But I have to
this
admit,
part of the
running a
game.
hotel is kind of like a hobby of
He's
mine.
straight up just being
That's
him.
nice.
It's like Agent Cooper.
Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Oh my, Mr.
Or I guess it's like a
Morgan,
little bit of a combination of
you're
Albert and
embarrassing me. So early
Lynch's
in the
character?
day, too.
when he's
I
deaf.
think I'm a little too old for you.
Twin Peaks.
And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate
I
the
have no idea
invitation,
about
but
this
I'm
one.
fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space. Now tell me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help.
Boom.
Do you want to ask her about the town?
And now it's so quiet, though. Yeah, good
Say,
idea.
Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see.
It
You
is.
might
Listen
know
to how
this
loud that
already,
is.
but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often.
It's like it's a
but
joke.
It's a nice place, surrounded
It's like you're
with
not supposed to be
nature.
listening to
It
what
was
she's
a
saying.
big and prospering lumber town until not
It's
so
like we're supposed to be
long
getting
ago.
lost in his thoughts right now.
Population of over
You really-
6,000.
That's what's happening, right?
Less than a tenth of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those
There's
days.
no way.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
clock?
Oh, yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Tell me about the shops, Polly.
Yes, actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops around here?
Shops?
Oh, no.
Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk
This
Barn
version of the song
convenience
sounds really
store.
nice, at least.
The couple who run it are a
It's like
unique
crispy
pair.
in the other
I'm sure you'll
versions.
get to like them. The A&G Diner is a great
There's no
place to eat.
Bad
They might
feedback
be
in it at
open
all.
even if my kitchen is closed. If you
The
wanna
only
go
versions
to
you'll
a
find
bar,
online
there
have
are
like
two.
some really gross,
The Galaxy of
crisp,
Terror
like,
and the
sounds in
Scary
the background.
65. I don't care much for either of them. Bars are for the younger folk. We also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though, I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
I'll be right back. Now I just want some fucking coffee. Actually, I have some nice coffee. Hell yeah. Delicious. Look at the coffee. The fucking texture for the coffee is so good.
Did you see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning.
There it is.
K. In the coffee. I knew I could count on it.
F.
Never fails.
Jeff K.
Now then, let's get going.
Jeff and coffee. I love that notification sound too. Meals are served buffet style, nothing noteworthy. I'm not worried about the quality of the food, but I'd opt for junk food any day, right, Zach? Boom. The hotel is huge too. It's pretty easy to get lost in here. I'm not even gonna bother with it right now. I don't really play this song very often either. We watch the TV. Today's a fine, clear day. A perfect day to have a walk. Also, they give you the Switch version of the game. I got the collector's edition from Arxis. They published it. It was only $50, and it came with pins and a map and shit. It's fucking sick. For a game that I discovered after the physical release, like well after, it's really nice to be able to get a chance to buy the game. And the pins came out really cool. There's a swirly pin that came with it. Yeah, it's sick, dude. So, like, it was, you know, like the digital version was $30. The collector's edition, the physical one's $50. I think it's the only one they made for physical copies. And they did a really nice job on the packaging and stuff. It's really, really nice. And then there's postcards actually inside. Like, you open up the game, and it looked like there was instructions in it, but it was the postcards.
A police car.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin. I have to tell you, Zach, this place simply amazes me. The keys were left on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values. This town has what the country needs.
Values.
Values.
Let's head over to the sheriff's department.
But I have the Pro controller. I don't have that controller. Yeah, what's up, Imaginary? What's going on, dude? Bum, bum. All right. See, they already screwed me.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
We're supposed to go through Anna Graham's file at the sheriff's office, but if you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
All right. The driving, though, is the true test. Also, I already fucking drove into a dead end. We're off. There is a third-person view in this game, though. How the fuck do you get to it? I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah, it's so zoomed in to drive. It's like, let's make it really realistic in the first-person view. There's the map. Ooh. Forgot to switch out that. What? The wipers? I feel like I just rented a car. Blinker. There it is. Good call.
So, Zach.
This is way easier.
About those bonus features in DVDs nowadays.
You know, the ones from the 80s have almost no bonus material. Even if they do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder of those days.
Turn that off.
So many new audio and visual appliances were coming out back then. Do you remember the first video deck we bought? We bought it to record one of the Star Wars movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there, just trying to find a good movie to rent. There weren't that many to choose from back then. I remember renting some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Hey, remember?
Filmed in 1978. Produced, directed, written, and edited by John DeBello. It was really awful, but for some reason I still remember it pretty well.
Remember the cartoon for that shit?
And the original was re-released in 95.
I'm sure somebody does.
The 87-minute-long theatrical release bumped up to a whopping 90 minutes.
Was that Trauma? Was that a Trauma film? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
I never have a chance to see it.
I know, Zach. Once this case is over, we can watch it together.
Bet we can buy a copy on the internet pretty easily.
There's the police station. Ah! Wait, no, it's all the way over there. I thought that was the police station back there. I don't think there's any way out of this park either. Dun dun, ba da 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 dun. Is there like an exit? Dang. See, these frame rates while you're driving, though, this is not that great. Do you see it? Like, ooh, I don't like that. Makes the driving not as enjoyable. Now this is gaming.
That's one fine building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
You can barely hear you, Zach. Speak up.
Pleasure to meet you, Agent Morgan. We've been expecting you.
I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant. FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Thomas.
Please just call me York. It's what everyone else calls me.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
No, just doing my job. Well, I want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry.
Thomas's biscuits, though, man.
This is the first really big
What do you think is up with
I've
that?
ever seen.
What do you think is in the biscuits?
I understand. Just try to relax.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower the music.
Can I have a
after
look at
this.
Anna's file now?
It's just that I like the
Yes,
music.
of course.
You know how it is.
The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room.
Feels a little blasphemous to turn down the music in this game.
I've lost the key to the cabinet where
Clearly
the files
is
are.
impeding it.
Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
Zach, Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
Now we gotta find the fucking squirrel key. Oh my god, I'm gonna do that all the fucking time. And keep exiting that menu when I go into it. So, this would be background music. Let's see how that is. Probably a little bit better. Wait, is it not going to turn down right now? It's fine, it's fine. It keeps asking me if I want to... No! Leave. Thank you. Oh my god, it didn't just save those changes, did it? Why does it have to confirm like 7 times that I want to turn the volume down? Yes, I do. And then you have to confirm again when you leave the menu. Are you sure? They just really want to make fucking sure that that's what you meant to do. Like better security than like most websites have to log into. Some of this I wish they had more voice acting for, but what are you gonna do? There's a southern flying squirrel key holder attached to it. You haven't seen it, have you? Now we gotta find all the keys everywhere. Yeah, I hate how dead sounding it is in this office without any music at all, though. Where the fuck is that? I thought the first one was in here. No? Chink. I know there's one in the jail. There's like a bunch of different random places there. You have to find it and then go back to him every time, though. This part is so fucking stupid. I hate this part. The pointy-tailed flying squirrel keys. I just forget if you do have to go back every time and show them the keys you find. Or if there's another, like, 4 keys spawned already. Ding. Did you find the key? Yeah, the cruel settings. It's like, no blood. But then they're showing, like, all sorts of other fucked up stuff, like...
You found the key.
People who get, like, lady
so.
gets, like, her tongue torn out. All sorts of wild shit. Isn't that worse? You can grab them all, okay.
You don't know your squirrels, do you? This isn't the right key holder. This is a Siberian flying squirrel.
Like, I love that this part is
it's closer to a land-based squirrel. The Siberian flying squirrel is larger than the southern flying squirrel and has a standing tail while the southern has a hanging tail. But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
You sure do know a lot about squirrels.
Also, one time I was playing this and we went right through this door. There's a clip of it somewhere. And there was just no floor, and I fell forever. I don't know if anyone remembers that. It's like ancient history at this point, but... I thought there was one in here, too. You don't know anything about this game? It's supposed to be a comedy. It's supposed to be a lot of things. It's whatever you want it to be. You just have to give it a chance, I think. And then all the things happen. I love all the generic cops standing around, too, that you never interact with ever in the entire game. There's a lot of cool details like this, though. Like, if you look at the desks, like, you could tell whose desk this is, obviously, and, like... some neat little details like that. I guess they meet guests in this room. The joy of small towns. Yeah, it's like, imagine Twin Peaks, but then Sweary, like, poured a bunch of, like, spaghetti sauce all over it. A bunch of pasta sauce. And some beer. And then that's what Twin Peaks is. Or, Deadly Premonition is, basically. Like, I would compare, Mizurna Falls, which I just played the other day. Like, that's straight up Twin Peaks. Like, that is the plot of Twin Peaks. Deadly Premonition is very much, like, off the fucking rails. It gets a bad rap, honestly, too. Like, the other day, Vinny mentioned it because people were talking about the new one coming out in his chat, and a bunch of people were like, oh, that game sucks. And, like, that's kind of like the reputation it has, but, like, it's really not like that. Like, it definitely has its moments, but I think it's a good game, honestly. It's a cult following game, kind of like. Not your typical... you know, game that most people would pick up. It's got its jank. Yeah, it's like a B-movie kind of game. Which is what Resident Evil is, too, originally. It's just supposed to have its fucking dumb shit in it. And Sweary has, like, a certain style of writing and humor, I guess. You know. Random prisoner. I actually got to meet Sweary with Suda one year at PAX East. I think it was like 2018. was awesome. He's really nice too in real life. C movie. Like someone who plays this and it was like taking it too seriously would not
found the key.
Enjoy it probably.
That's the right one?
Is it, Thomas?
Yes,
Thank you.
Southern flying squirrel.
Man.
Thank you so much. I'll bring the files right in, so please go to the meeting room.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Ooh, what? Did you hear that?
Well, Zach, we just got here and we've cracked a big case already.
Is that line like sped up? Yeah, it's like you have to suspend your disbelief too completely for this kind of game.
The victim's name was Anna Graham. Age 18, she just recently graduated from high school this year.
But most people aren't going to sit down and enjoy
the city and become a model. But
Twin Peaks or a David Lynch movie in the first place. You know what I mean?
So. Here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in a lumber mill when she was a child.
Dun, dun.
Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident. After all, it's a small town with a low cost of living. Financially, they seem to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want. It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
What the fuck was that?
City folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad as him. And some should have better manners.
Also, Stealth Archer, I don't think I saw your resub, dude.
What's going on,
biscuit.
Man?
See you.
I've never tasted a biscuit.
44
it's
months.
Delicious. Where in town can I get these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
That's amazing. What are you doing in law enforcement?
Wrapped around a biscuit?
Very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going. You might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid. I'm hoping you won't slow us down.
Banana. George's mustache looks like just like an animal, like a fucking horse stepped on his mouth, basically. It's just like a fucking horseshoe. That's all it is. Observation? Isn't that the Bloober Games one?
The Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake.
I don't.
It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
Amy play it talking about.
You don't even know how to get there.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George.
Isn't that
I need to learn my way around town.
Oh, man.
If you're playing as the AI,
Very
isn't
well.
it not AI then?
Then I'll ride with you. I want to keep an eye on you.
Fair enough.
Does this game only have
Just
two
one
songs?
thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited.
Yeah, basically.
That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital
George.
closes at 2100.
All right, George. Yeah, some of these frame rates are so jarring. Going from the PC version, like that's what's nice about that one, but at least it doesn't crash every 5 seconds. It does have a lot of songs, but it tends to like cycle through a few of them over and over and over again. Agent Morgan. Now, yeah, let's split up. Cool. Which means you're showing a severe lack of teamwork. George, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Let him do his thing. Actually, you guys can drive me. I don't want to. Did they already leave? Fuck. Fucked up. You should always take the ride if you can get it.
Zach, we're heading for the Greenvale General Hospital. According to George, it's down the road by the lake.
It's down by the lake. Alright. Let's fucking go. And crash into some shit. Why is it running so bad like that, though? The fuck? It wasn't nearly as bad before. There we go. Yeah, just like classic PS2 now. Except you can't break through that fence. Good shit. Bum, 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 bum. Also, all the roads are named after like different writers and stuff like that. There's like a Stephen King road, which I think is just straight up an idea from Silent Hill. Right, where the fuck is that? There's like no traction on the car at all. Yeah, driving this game is a fucking bitch. You start really fishtailing too.
Speaking of 80s movies, Jewel in the Rough springs
Speaking
to
of
mind.
80s movies.
Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach?
Back in '83, directed by Douglas McCann. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches.
Like even the heads you can't even drive over.
But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original.
I forgot how much Zach talked about like rental stores and stuff like that too.
You know, the monster in that one responded to sound.
Wait, Zach.
Sounds like tremors.
Zach, we're here. Let's continue our chat later.
Agent Morgan, have you no respect for rules and protocol? We were waiting for you, and now you try to go in by yourself.
Oh, George. I didn't see you in the parking lot, so I thought I'd wait inside.
Just watch it from now on.
It's still like way too loud for the voices.
I don't like inconsiderate people who think that they're above the rules, and I'm sure I've made this point clear by now.
Calm down, George. He probably just got lost on his way here and rushed in. Right, Agent Nick? Let's go inside then.
Let's go inside then. The RTX
Hello,
audio.
Sheriff.
Fiona.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here.
She looks like that girl from fucking Dennis the Menace.
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
Computer room? In a hospital?
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
How did you know?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne.
Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread, even in the countryside.
Yeah, I hope you like the
What's
whistle
that you're
song.
reading, if I may ask?
I hear it a lot.
You haven't heard of this yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the U.S., a small traditional
lady in
North
the back,
American
just
town
like
close
up
to the
and down.
Canadian border. A
She's like
peaceful,
pretending to look for
traditional
something.
place. However,
We've all
that
been there.
peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime, the murder of a local girl.
And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking, alive. Yes, much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
Fiona, don't say that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With Anna dead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain, and
Shit's going
it's good
down.
you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime
Yeah,
committed
time
in
to
the real
reference
world.
Twin Peaks directly.
Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
There's a couple. Look, she's still doing it. Alright. I like how you can just hear the rain dripping into like a soft metal cup or something like that. Something leaking? Look at this lady. It's not working. They aren't suspects. Let's go, Zach. I think we go, like, what, to the basement and then bad stuff happens? I do like what they did with the log lady in this version of Twin Peaks. The baked bean lady.
We couldn't find him.
Wow.
Fiona needs to check
That was
her
ahead of its
information.
time.
No, I don't think so. Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
There's a message on the computer, and a card key already set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
King passes the rook and meets the bishop. Knight takes the pawn to the queen. Uh-huh. I fucked up. Checkmate. I'm fucking good at chess, man. I almost said Tess. There it is. That's one of the best pictures in the entire game.
The doctor awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a
Looking
password.
down at the computer like that.
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call Usha up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key.
No need.
It's telling
Look at
us
his
where to
ear.
use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple. Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Nah.
Alright. Fucking USA. Thought we had to go to the basement. Let me open the door. Alright. So we get those records. Actually, don't we have to go down here? The stairs right over here. I guess not. I really thought they were like right over here. Real people, real conversations. There's just like a giant garbage can at the end of this hallway. I guess it's not that uncommon. Alright. I think this is just like another bit where you have to like fight the raincoat killer. Run through the basement, push some fucking boxes and stuff like that. Which is actually a lot easier on the computer. Sacrifice you gotta make. Yeah, the mix, they like turned down the voices for some reason. At least it works, I guess. Yeah, there's a stair for this. Down the stairs. I just take a knife out. Dun, dun. There they are. I think that means I can't go through it. I don't like that sound effect though. Ba-da-dum. Stairs. There they are. Yeah, when you exit the menu, I really want like a loud piano crashing sound. Like someone just dropped it from 10 stories. Very scary.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Usha.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
Shall we?
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usha Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York.
Call me York.
Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
If you leave the flashlight on, it'll appear in cutscenes.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
We don't have the time for this.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
York is such a fucking weirdo at first.
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening
But that's
of the
totally
muscles,
like an Agent
the
Cooper
time
thing
of
to
death
say.
is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds. pressure marks around the neck and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand. Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death.
Yeah, it's a good song. I do like this one.
It probably happened to her after she was killed.
It's like a good contemplation song.
Now, I first thought death by suffocation due to the marks on her neck, but after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
It's supposed to be like the song in Twin Peaks when they're in the Red Room.
Which means?
She was cut up while she was still alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards.
I wonder if it's not... If
the
it,
excessive
like, will,
loss
like, show
of blood
something
from
weird
her
if I have
internal organs is what actually killed her.
Mode.
Her nails are clean and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
It's fucked up, Usha.
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
Well, I believe she was drugged first.
Anything with the tongue is awful, dude.
Then the killer killed her. Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women.
You die pretty quickly if someone cut your tongue out, too, I think.
Normally.
That's like a major artery, isn't it?
Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that or a truly
I guess it depends on where,
sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. Now, he watched
they start
the
playing
blood
this
pump
song
from her body
again
as she gradually grew cold. A case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usha, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job.
Stepping on some toes, Usha.
You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
I know you could survive without it, but, like, if you don't get treated...
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
I think you could bleed to death pretty easily.
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so... Around 1 a.m.?
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
I had to move the controller.
Directed by John Landis, 1981.
The switch went into, like, idle
the rain
mode.
Stopped, accompanied by the ending
I've never
song,
seen that happen.
Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
For a second. Oh, no, I'm not. Never mind. Observe. His age isn't immediately apparent, though he can't be that old. Looks like a trustworthy doctor. Is there a way to, like, zoom out? Anna's body. There's something with her fingers, isn't it? So, judging from the impression, she was holding something in her hand. But it was removed around 6 hours after her death. The object was circular with a relief shaped like a peace mark. Traces of evaporated liquids around the eyes. She must have cried before she was murdered. She's neatly wearing fake fingernails. We shouldn't stare at her for too long. I forget if Emily, like, freaks out. The doctor's like, what are you doing? Yes? Tongue has been removed. Look at the edge of the stump. Loading. I like this song too. It's like very...
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Usha, are you a passionate man?
Well,
Usha.
Not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
What does that even have to... What?
I'm very passionate. Yes. Especially when it comes to women.
They love
but I don't
mustache.
see what that has to do with anything.
They love the horse.
George, the perpetrator is just like
the
you.
horseshoe. Forgot what the word was for a second.
Passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
So he bit out her tongue?
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
Here we go.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
People do eat tongue, don't they?
What in
That's
the
a dish,
hell
isn't
do you
it? Right?
mean, Agent Morgan?
It's really tongue, right?
I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something.
I remember it from Ramona. Remember those books we used to have to read? Anyone who was alive from the 90s? Judy Blume. Remember the story where she gets an egg in her hair? They eat tongue in that one, I feel like. That was one of the stories.
There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going.
It's really tongue, though,
No need
right?
to stay here any longer.
Okay. I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead.
I don't think I'll ever really be interested in that. It's safe to say.
Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
Yeah, people swallow their own tongues and like when they're having seizures. Or you try to.
My first victory in the Grandmaster rank.
My first victory. He did it. Yeah, Ramona, and she wrote a bunch of other shit like that. There's like a bunch of stories about a girl like getting picked on and stuff. I don't know. I retain this memory for some reason.
Zach, they're here.
Zach, they're here. Also, we have a Zach emote now. For anyone who hasn't seen it. Or knows that they can use it. It's in. It's the guy. Doing the thing. Oh, she's fine. She's back. I'm hearing weird noises. It's pretty good combo. I think that's the only run they animated for the entire game, because that's the only thing you ever see her doing. No shit, I'm stuck. Where'd he go? Do some like Mario Party minigame to get let loose. Mo. I'll never forget getting a blister on my palm the summer that Mario Party came out, and Donkey Kong's River Course minigame. And the best way to do it was to like just move the N64 joystick with like the palm of your hand. And I had a giant blister in my palm, and I had to go to summer camp, and it was awful. You know, I should probably stop letting this happen. Just run, Zork. No! Let's call him Zork. Gun now. Oh yeah, it's like all green and shit instead of blood. That actually looks kind of cool.
Great.
Great. Amazing. Run, Zork. Didn't they get sued for that? Maybe they definitely changed it up so people wouldn't get blisters. I just remember having to like bandage my hand up every time I like went to do anything for like a few weeks. It was huge. It was a big ass blister.
Great. Nice shot.
I haven't played Mario Party in so long. What was the one where they had the car everyone was driving in? That one kind of sucked. Big man. Let's back off. More. Gamer gloves. What if they just put the glove around the controller? Wouldn't they have to make less material that way? Come on.
Nice shot.
You didn't even hit her. Nice shot. Zach. Yeah, the zombie noises are pretty bad. No. It's like Anakin Skywalker dying and shit. The Glover gloves. It's not the very beginning, but we're still like at the start of the game, kind of. We're about an hour or two into it. Give or take a little bit.
Great.
Great.
Great. Amazing. Amazing.
Alright, kill her. Kill her! No! Yeah, York has a pretty good way of maintaining his self-confidence by just complimenting himself all the time. Also,
amazing.
He's pretty dissociative, so he just makes you. I guess we gotta go that way. Yeah, the pistol has unlimited ammo. The other guns don't, though. It's not very good, so... It's not very survival horror-ish in that aspect at all, with ammo or any items or anything like that. You do get to pick things up, but there's just an abundance of everything, so it doesn't really matter. The reload is rough with the handgun. You can get unlimited weapons, though, by doing, like, challenges in the game. Doing, like, bonus stuff. You can get the unlimited versions of some of the better guns, which does make your life a lot easier. Didn't I just come this way? No. It's a dead end? No. It just sounds like someone's peeing in the corner. For a second, at least. Excuse me. Stabilizer. I forget what these do. Mission knife? A lollipop. Can't keep that blood sugar up. You know? So throughout this whole quarantine, I've probably put on like more weight than I care to measure. But despite that, for tomorrow, I got like a cheesecake. Some people got me this like other box of like cannolis, which are amazing. And then I think my family got me a cake from a bakery I like. So it's gonna be insane. Speaking of blood sugar. It's like a marble cake from this Italian bakery I like. You can like taste the almond almost, and it's so amazing.
Great.
It'll be good.
Nice shot.
It's also probably like at least 20 pounds worth of baked goods right there. But it's definitely like a vice of mine. Oh!
Great. Nice shot.
I don't know, something about baked goods over the past year. It's just like... Can't stop. Leave the gun. When I was a senior in college, I was thinking I don't know why this was our like senior course, but we'd do like a movie thing, and someone named their big project that. It was about The Godfather, honestly. Cannoli is so good, though. There's no other dessert that tastes like that. It's just amazing.
Here! Over here!
Yeah, but then you gotta switch the knife and everything, and it's the whole thing. It might be a little bit quicker, though. You're right. Wait, aren't you dead? Well, you can move that? I love how the zombies all just start doing like the limbo too immediately. Oh, shit, back up! Also, that one zombie looks like the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Nice shot.
What's his name?
Great. Yes.
He's actually a really good actor. That's what the big zombie looks like. It's like the Everybody Loves Raymond dad. Oh, I don't have the key yet. No! This game is incredibly scary. What do you mean? You're not scared right now? I'm very scared. Watch this. Earthquake. Why is the camera shaking like that? It's a fun game to play through. There's a lot of extra content in this game too. Like there's so much extra stuff you can do. There's a whole fishing like quest you have to do that could take hours potentially. That I've never really completed. There's a bunch of like little item fetch quests that you have to like go around and like give a thing to somebody. They give you something to give to somebody. It sucks. It takes forever. There's a bunch of different cars you can race. There's like drag racing. I don't know. It's wild. It's open world. Natural scaredness. Yeah, I got shot in the brain with a nail gun. And then it hit that gland that creates fear. That's just my life now. It's got a gun. So fucking. So cheesy. Want your body. Look at them charge up the shotgun too.
Nice shot.
Already charged up your shotgun like that? Just
Agent
like
Morgan,
that.
if you're so desperate, then why not smoke two at once?
Just smoke two at once.
Who's that old man?
That's Harry. Harry Stewart. One of the bigger problems around here. His father started up the lumber trade and founded this town. He's a weird one, as I'm sure you can see. Always dressed like that, never speaking to the townsfolk. And just FYI, he owns almost the entire town. Not that that makes any difference. So long as I'm around, he won't be getting away with any funny business.
Harry Stewart.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, haste won't lead you to what you seek. Keep your eyes focused on your footing as we speak. So says Mr. Stewart.
Nice to meet you too.
Michael Tillerson.
How did you know my name?
See,
Mr.
like
Francis York Morgan.
Castlevania.
Information desires you, just as you desire information too. So says Mr. Stewart.
This is where shit starts to get kind of weird.
Harry, stop trying to get in our way. Keep this up, and even you'll have to answer to the law.
It's just like, why does
Mr.
he
Francis
look
York
like that?
Morgan, with each rain our town goes mad. To our disdain, unpreventable. So sad. So says Mr. Stewart.
Why does he have like the Half-Life grunt?
Then we shall depart, Mr. Francis York Morgan.
Or the Half-Life 2 police like mascot.
That's how he always is. Always spouting that nonsense. Don't give it any thought. It's all gibberish.
Emily here.
Combine guy.
Oh,
Combine soldiers.
okay, thank you, Thomas.
Agent York, we've contacted the
Kinda looks
first
like that
witnesses
mask,
to the
doesn't
crime
it?
scene. You can interview them where they found the dead body.
Excellent. I was just about to ask if you could take me there.
I was just about to ask. Hey, Hey, what's this man-eater game that everyone's been playing lately? Is that all that? Yeah, the music is great in this game. Oh, it's the shark game. Okay. I thought it was something else.
The body was found in the Greenvale Forest Park. That's west from here, and too far to walk.
A forest park?
It's the pride of the town. It has a beautiful trail leading to a viewing site over Velvet Falls.
That does sound fantastic. Show me the sights.
That may have to wait. We promised to be there by 1800 to interview the first witnesses to the crime scene.
Let's go, Emily. Anna's body was found by 2 children. So this time it was the kids showing everyone the bodies.
Agent Morgan, if I could just give you a friendly warning.
Are you really upset about me taking over the case? I have the authority approved by the FBI to assume command. I understand you don't like it, but you will follow my orders.
I'm not disputing FBI authority, but this is our town. You won't get far alone, and you gain nothing by antagonizing me.
It's part of my personality. I just do things my way. I can take you off the case if you wish.
Stop it, you two. We need to solve this case, not bicker among ourselves.
Ah! I'm gonna fuck this car up. It's a little bit easier to handle than it is during the rain, though, for sure. The rain is, like, a little insane.
Anna's body was discovered by the
It's a game that doesn't need to be open world, but it is.
Isaac and
It's
Isaiah.
all the better
doing in the
for it.
forest?
Just their daily routine. They found Anna's body during a morning walk.
So you've talked to them already?
Shit is so
Not
far
officially.
away.
Not yet.
Not yet? Are you out of your mind? You haven't interviewed them
You out of
yet?
your mind?
Agent York, that tone is
crazy?
hardly appropriate. We were given orders to wait for you to arrive.
Orders by who?
The car just
A man
pushed us
called
away.
Abrams from the FBI.
Robert, is it? Rod Abrams.
Take
You
the
tell him
short.
to stay out of it.
It's always tough to have a meddling boss, huh, Sam?
I thought you knew, Agent Morgan. Don't worry about it. We may not have taken official statements, but we got all the information we need. I can fill you in right now if you'd like.
Thanks, George, but that won't be necessary. I want to hear the details.
You can
from
also
the
break the
witnesses
car
themselves,
and run out of gas.
firsthand.
I just can't believe that the children had to witness the crime scene.
They're both really bad
They
things
may
to
be
have happen.
traumatized. You'd better do this carefully.
Don't tell me you get nervous talking to children.
I just went to
Not
itch
at
my
all.
ear.
That's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
Crash into
just
everything
forget it.
here. There we go. Did it. We did it. Excuse me. I don't know why I burped. It's like drifting around the town. Breaking people's fences. Actually, the sirens make you go faster. Just like real life. But you also have to listen to the sirens. So you gotta take your pick. You can hear the engine even like pick up a little bit. Whoa. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my god, it's so far away. Yeah, not that way. Actually, this just leads to the... I don't think we want to go up that way. But
Agent Morgan, how much longer do you want to keep talking? Maybe we should cut the chit-chat and go get our official statements.
George is right. Let's head over to the Forest Park.
Forest Park. No. At least you can't fall into the water. What? What the fuck just happened? Did anyone just see that? Am I not supposed to go that way? It just flipped me over for no reason. That was bizarre. Just fucking threw me over. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I heard that like the car was. Oh no! I thought that was something I could drive through. I heard the car had some major issues before they patched it up. So it is what it is. No! Why is the blinker on? Oh no! Oh no! I crashed too many times. That does not look like a chocolate bar. Just, it looks like a sign. Damn, I'll have to be more careful next time. Am I closer maybe now? Nope. Nope, I'm farther away. Well, that was a bummer. I didn't even get to our first investigation before we blew the car up. Dun, dun. Yeah, the SUVs are a little bit better at handling. Than the crappy patrol cars. Boom, boom. It's a long fucking ride, though. Fourth place is 13 hours. I heard like a 5-hour run is possible. It's a long game to speedrun that. Holy shit.
Zach. Picking up
he talks to Zach.
Speaking of 80s movies, one jewel in the rough springs to mind.
Oh shit.
Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach?
Deadly
Back in '83. Directed by Douglas McCann. Right. It was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with a mouth crammed full of teeth. I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches. Did you know that they made a sequel? But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original. Wonder how the sequel turned out. You know, the monster in that one.
Those horses didn't at all.
Wait, Zach. Sounds a lot like the movie Tremors.
I think that one was back in '89.
Oh, I cleared it.
Directed by Ron Underwood. Now that was a great role for Kevin Bacon. Masterpiece.
Zach, that one had sequels like crazy. Apparently there was a fourth one. I've only seen the first one, though.
This part sucks. I don't even think I can go there now. we have to wait till the next day. You can still go out there, though. It'll be open by the time we get there. Tremors was such a cool movie. My dad let me watch it way before I should have. But it wasn't really that scary. Like, I couldn't imagine being attacked by a tremor in real life, so it never really spooked me out that much. But like Chucky and stuff. Whoops. I'm trying to open the menu. You get to actually go into the menu. Okay, that's the meeting. And then they made like 5 other Tremors movies? What are some of the other Tremors movies? Like Tremors 2, I think they're still just normal Tremors, but there's more of them. Right? And then Tremors 3, they start walking around, and then Tremors 4, they like fart to fly. It all escalated so quickly. They walk in 2. Okay. Yeah, then they start doing all sorts of wild shit. Bum, 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 bum. I remember renting it a long time ago. Watch out! Oh no. Death. Car's still looking a lot better than it was last time. Also, look at that license plate. Vid Games. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Getting there. It's only been a few minutes, though. Yeah, you get to drive around that tunnel, actually, for one of the bonus missions. That gives you, like, an unlimited machine gun. Boom, boom. Ben. Alright. This feels like it's so dumbly remote. Like hundreds of miles away. Another vehicle. Oh, it's Emily. She's driving there herself. What a champ. Ba-da-ba-ba.
Locked.
Locked.
Right. I was supposed to be here before 1800. Got no luck today, then.
Oh my god. You can't see anything through that. There we go. So you can actually just wait. It's kind of nice.
What are you playing at? You tell us to come here, and you keep us waiting. Is this the way the FBI treats their own people?
Hello, George. I just had some things I had to do.
You really are pushing it, you know that?
I'm sorry if I upset you, but it was important stuff. To me, at least.
That isn't the issue here. We are in the middle of a homicide investigation.
He's not listening, George. I think we both know by now how little he thinks of other people's feelings.
I'll be more careful from now on. I promise. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. It's what everyone calls me. And you are Jim Green?
That I am, son. I keep these woods.
That I am, son.
Well, you're doing a fine job.
Well, I used to be a tree surgeon.
And these two discovered the body?
Yes, my grandchildren, Isaac and Isaiah.
Zach, you see that? Twins. Just like in my dream.
Twins.
We gotta keep an eye on these two.
I'm sorry. Could we talk away from the boys? I want to help your investigation, but I don't want them to hear this.
Very well. Emily, please.
I'll just take them over there then.
Thank you.
Hold on. Don't do anything without asking me. These children were the first to witness the crime scene. I want to talk to them.
Come on, they're just kids. They have no idea what really happened to Anna.
That doesn't matter. You agree with me, right, Zach?
How heartless. Do you ever think of other people's feelings, ever?
Emily's right. That's stone cold, even for the sake of investigation.
Children see things in pure, simple terms. They may have seen something we adults would never spot, and they are here at our request as well. We could at least chat with them and see if they want to make a statement.
Are you serious?
I never joke about matters like this.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
Don't worry. They aren't as fragile as you think. Look at them, standing so upright there.
Look at them.
Now then, Isaac, Isaiah, tell me, what did you find here?
Anna, she was so pretty. She had a red dress on. Her hair was shining. Bright gold hair. There were lots of animals around her. Squirrel, weasel, and a snake. A real snake. We didn't know until then. But we know now. Anna was the fairy of the forest. She was a goddess. She smiled when she saw us.
The
she
Belle
so
of the
happy.
Ball.
That's right, Isaac. Isaiah. She was a fairy. A goddess. I'm sure she is playing with those animals even now.
Of course she is. Yeah, of course.
Most useful information, boys. Well, Emily, you can take them now.
Yeah, she was like nailed to that tree.
This is where Anna's body was. And that means our unsub, our unknown subject, was here too.
So, what happened
York, don't
here?
say that. Profound stuff. What does it mean?
Anna.
Ow! Crap! Jeez! I hate this. Why did it come to this?
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
Any more clues? clues. I don't know, I guess it's just because he's investigating it. I don't think you have to actually like fight anything here though. Do you? I forget. You just like look around, shoot a few things. You got picture of a vest with holes. I guess you don't have to do profiling every time you find something either. It's just this. You can skip it. I mean, what is it? Yeah. Damn it. What are you doing, York? It was in my way. You got chip with rusted metal dust. Chip. Oh no, I did it again. Alright, what else was there? Where the hell? I guess I gotta break all these barriers. Nothing. Can of pickles. That's always useful. Can of pickles. I think there's something in the log? No? Yeah, I can't believe this is getting a sequel. I wonder what it's going to be like. Can't pick it up, though, can I? Canned pickles, man. They're good for you. Oh. Where the fuck do they want me to go? Is it in the little house? No, it's like a little sleep symbol. It's not over here. I don't think you can break that box. Nope, never mind.
As you requested, we have permission to stay and look around as needed. But what are you planning on doing?
To examine the scene, of course. Basic crime investigation 101.
Next to the pickles.
We might uncover some further evidence.
My men have covered this already. I seriously doubt that there is anything else to find.
Well, then you and Emily can wait in the car if that's the case. But I'll take my time here.
There and check it. Bum, bum, bum. The pickles aren't like a clue, though. Yeah, there's nothing else up here. I have too many things in our inventory anyways. So what the fuck else was there? I don't see anything else. It's striking me. I forget how to do this part. There's something down here? I thought there was a path you had to go down for this part. There's another one. Depression in the grass. Yeah, I could eat some pickles. True. I think the last one must have been up here. No? Fuck is that last piece? Yeah, health is getting pretty low. Just the nature of things. You ate a lot of pickles. Good job. Oh, is there it is, right? Or did we already find that one? Ba-da-bum. Or is this gonna be like a random item? Oh, it's the Anna card. Yeah, you can give me a hint if you want. Oh wait, there it is. Never mind. I found it. I forgot that it was 2 birds' nests. I thought there was only 1 that you're supposed to shoot. You got missing piece of pinheel shoe.
I haven't seen one of these in a long time. It's upside down. I guess this is meant to be an anti-peace sentiment then.
These holes on the ground were made by high stiletto heels all around here. And this depression here, Agent Morgan, I see what happened here. He hung her from the tree and put on her shoes. He was really enjoying it. Sicko. And he knelt down.
Fucking George.
Disgusting.
George, you certainly have a vivid imagination. An interesting theory. Don't you think, Zach?
And what was his name again? That Hollywood producer.
That's right. Joel. We really ought to introduce George to him, Zach.
Profiling is a little different from writing a screenplay, though. An idea being interesting doesn't make it fact.
Yeah, let's write him.
Let me enlighten you, George.
The guy.
The footprints reveal that one of the heels were missing from the shoes. And they're different from Anna's shoes that we saw at the office. Furthermore, there would be even more disgusting evidence if he did kneel and, well, do as you suggested. If you want proof, go ahead and try it for yourself. He knelt here for a reason other than simple perversion.
Zach, what was he doing in front of Anna?
What was he doing?
Anna. Ow! Crap! Jeez.
Just breaks off.
Why did it come to this?
I like
Now
this
I
song a lot
get
too.
it. He was kneeling to pray in front of her. Just like the twins said. She was a goddess. The unsung, or unknown subject, offered prayers to Anna's body. Its bitten out tongue, massive body wound. Once dead, Anna was transformed from an object of despite into one of worship. So who is Miss Stiletto Heels? The steps are close coming up to the body, and then farther apart going away.
There was a reason to hurry away then.
Yeah,
That
it's got some
settles
pretty
it then,
crusty
George.
parts, and then some parts that look better
Miss
than
Stiletto
others.
Heels is a third party here. She's not the murderer. No one
It's a
runs
little
away
all
from
over
an
the
object
place,
of
but
worship.
the most stable version, it seems like.
She could be another victim who was
You
with
could actually
Anna.
buy.
Or perhaps an accomplice who fled for some reason. She is also one who took whatever it was Anna was holding on to in her hand.
But why? Why did she leave her here?
Only Miss Stiletto Heels knows the reason for that. She might know something about the man with the reversed peace mark, too.
The reverse peace mark.
How many women wear high stiletto heels in this town, do you think?
Oh, I should think most of them have at least one pair. I do too, before you ask. But nobody would come all the way out here wearing them, except maybe one person.
Don't keep me in the dark, then. Who might this elegant lady be?
Diane, the owner of the art gallery. But she's out of town for a big art auction. I heard she'll be coming back in a couple days.
Then we'll just have to give her a warm welcome home. A more immediate matter, then.
Threatening.
Where in town can you find something like this? It should be a building that isn't used anymore, with either a lot of metal or metal machinery or something like that.
The old lumber mill.
Then it's time to really get this show on the road. Could you guide me to this perfect setting for extravagant murder?
This extravagant.
The lumber mill is pretty far from here. If that's where she was killed, why would the killer go to all the trouble of carrying her all the way here?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
My profiling instincts tell me one thing is for sure, though. The unsub's personality is totally different before and after the crime. The unsub killed her in a brutal, horrifying way, and then displays powerful adoration after she's dead. Something close to love. That could well be the key to all this. I will say this, though, George.
Profiling is a risky business. Of course, if the unsub planted those stiletto footprints himself, well then, everything I've just said falls apart. But there's no evidence that he left those stiletto footprints. I'm sure we have Miss Stiletto Heels to thank for those tracks. All I can do is deduce the unsub's feelings in light of the evidence, and carefully figure the unsub's MO, modus operandi, his way of thinking. It usually unveils something that a normal forensic analysis may overlook. That's my way of profiling. It's not for everyone, but it works for me.
It's not for everybody.
When I first joined the force, this lumber mill was still in full swing.
It closed up right when I first moved here.
And now it's totally abandoned.
I presume so. I've never really been inside, so I don't know for sure, but it sure is run down.
Deserted buildings are perfect for criminal hideouts and activities. I keep telling Harry to have the place torn down.
Probably.
I hate driving first person in this game.
Wrong. It's already been used as the site of Anna's murder.
We don't know that for sure
It's
yet.
a little easier sometimes.
That's right, from your point of view. But the perpetrator selected the lumber.
Agent York, you seem very confident.
In the rain, it
about
kind of sucks.
Confident?
Driving third person.
Confidence is a sweet spot between being rude and hopeless.
Also, the song always reminds me of the Ghostbusters song.
That
Not the
sounds
main one,
exactly like being full of confidence, at least to me, and to normal people with common sense.
Common
all the
sense
ghosts get out.
is in fact sometimes. Bear that in mind.
Oh, I will, Agent York. Thank you for another pearl of wisdom.
Either way, we'll
this
know for
road's
sure by
so
someone
bad.
going to the lumber mill. So keep your pearls of wisdom to yourself, and let's hurry.
Well said, George. Can you step on it, Agent York?
Some of the cars are way better. Some of the secret cars are really good for handling. Like the anime girl car. It's pretty good. I think there's like 6 or 7 different cars you can get that. Step on the gas. I think this car has unlimited health and gas, so. Yeah, how do you unlock the anime car? I forget how you do it. Just by beating the game. You have to pump your own gas. You do have to get gas pumps. But it's either by a scantily clad lady or a biker dude. It's pretty funny. It's pretty expensive too, though, I think.
Let's go. Find out if your facts can be trusted.
You're full of confidence, right? Let's get to the lumber mill.
Ah! Just want to save. Oh, you can't even get out of the car until you get to that spot. I forgot you gotta keep driving down. Just wanted to save, man. Just wanted to be safe. How do you get down there? Oh, it's that way. It's fucking such a weird driveway.
I'm going in alone. You two stay here. I can't concentrate on profiling with other people around me.
Now hold on a minute. We're investigating this case together.
Listen, I can't risk the crime scene being compromised by you two.
What are you saying? You're not the only professional law enforcement officer here, Agent Morgan. We know how to secure a crime scene.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. But this is how I operate. Furthermore...
Yes? Furthermore what?
To me, the outsider FBI agent, every citizen of this town is a suspect. You two could be in on this whole thing for all I know. I have to keep suspects out of the crimes.
How can you say such a thing? Is he making fun of us? We should have left him behind and come here by ourselves.
You're right. I've never been so insulted.
Sorry, but I'm just doing my job.
I'm sorry. But I'm just doing my job. Ba-da-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Did you hear that, Zach? If they're pros, then we should let every first-person shooter gamer out there join the SWAT team.
Every gamer out there?
Zach,
called
they're
out.
Here.
Fucking called out. Gamers. No, this version does not have any of the DLC or like director's cut stuff. For better or worse. I'm gonna wrap it up there for now. 'Cause I'm like falling asleep almost. So I'll probably continue this tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to get some rest before I start streaming in the afternoon too. So I'll be around tomorrow doing like a little mini marathon thing. So check it out if you're around.